All right, so look, y'all, this is a diverse channel. I'm not gonna always talk about everything that you expect me to talk about on this channel. This channel will cover an array of different topics because that's just what I do. I talk about different things because I'm interested in a lot of different things. To all my Dragon Ball Z fans, to all the Dragon Ball Z watchers, what is your favorite saga in the whole DBZ series? What's your favorite saga? What saga you enjoyed the most? For me, I always enjoyed the sagas where we saw the smaller characters. When I'm saying smaller, not the small in stature, but the characters who were popular in Dragon Ball and in Dragon Ball when they got into the action, right? When they did a good job, when they got good fight scenes in, I was like, I like this. I like this saga. I always like the sagas where we saw Krillin get in a little action and he gets some hits in on a key enemy, or when I like the sagas when Gohan was younger and Gohan was getting in that action, like he was fighting Vegeta. He was fighting Frieza, putting up some, like he was giving us some damaging blows. I like them fights. I like the fights where like the secondary characters was getting busy. When Piccolo was taking a stand and they was putting a whooping on some of the animals, excuse me, on some of the enemies. I like them sagas. So for me, I love the Frieza saga. I love it because we saw the fighters have to fend for themselves for a while until Goku came and saved the day. Like they was on their own for a little minute, and they was putting up a pretty good fight. Although they was taking a lot of damage, and they was taking a beating, but they was delivering out some licks too. Like when I saw Gohan and when they saved Dende from Dodoria, and they was getting in on the action. Like they wasn't standing and trying to run and hide all the time. They was fighting because they had to. They were forced to because Goku wasn't nowhere to be found, and then they had to end up trusting Vegeta. Like stuff like that. I like those. I like the Frieza saga for that. For that moment, for moments like that. When I saw Piccolo fuse with Kami, he became the Super Namek. Was it during the Frieza saga? Or did he fuse with Nail, I believe, during that saga? And he was in there getting busy. He was holding his own against Frieza. I like the sagas like that where I see Piccolo. Because people try to do Piccolo dirty. For a point in the series, it was at one point, at that point, I believe he was stronger than Vegeta. Like he was stronger than a Saiyan. And he was putting like he wasn't a joke. He wasn't a guy that, oh man, he's weak and this and that. Like, no, he could fight. And I respect, I like for real. I know this is a cartoon, but I respected the character development of Piccolo. Because Piccolo, he never, when I'm talking about during the Dragon Ball Z series, I don't watch Dragon Ball Super, and I don't watch that. I rarely watch GT, and I really only like GT because I saw the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. I thought that's the best Saiyan transformation of all transformations for real. That's the best one. I feel like that is by far hands down the best transformation because it embodies like the true Saiyan essence. Like I mean, with the fur around him as the ape. It's not just a hair color change. It's not like a blue color change or not like no. It looks like they going through evolution. Like seriously, like they're evolving into this man gorilla form. Like and that's what is really dope to me. The red outline of the skin and the fur, the hair, how the outline of their eyes look. I thought the Super Saiyan 4 transformation was dope. But anyway, look. Dragon Ball, during the Dragon Ball Z series, Piccolo was never made into like a comical character where you would lose respect for him. He always remained very prideful. He never was a guy that was quick to run and hide. He was ready to fight, no matter what odds were stacked against him. He was ready to get down at all costs, and he instilled that personality into the other fighters. It was at times where I remember I was watching because I just went to Walmart. Walmart got the whole Dragon Ball Z series at Walmart every season. I believe that's Dragon Ball Z. That series had like 10 or 11 seasons or something like that. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I might be off 9 or 10 seasons, something like that. 10, I believe 10 at minimum. But anyway, they got it all at Walmart. So I got like the first 4 seasons. And that involves the Saiyan Saga, that involves Raditz and Nappa and Vegeta, and then the Frieza Saga, right? And during the saga where they fighting Vegeta, right? At one point, Krillin and them so scared. They like, we gotta give up. We Goku not here yet. We can't do nothing with these guys. We better run and we better run and hide. And that's what Krillin is suggesting. And Piccolo like, hell no. We gonna go down swinging. We gonna fight to the end, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Whatever it is, this is just how it's gonna be. I don't care how it go down. We about to go down swinging, and I always respected that about Piccolo, and I respected that. At the beginning, he was a arch enemy of Goku, but he ended up becoming a guy who he didn't turn like super soft and mushy. He wasn't this super emotional mushy guy after he was this vile guy with a lot of hatred in his heart. He was still a hard-nosed dude. He just began to spread love, and through the love that he felt for Gohan, and I know the whole joke about him being Gohan's real father, Gohan's true father, because Goku never around to raise his own son, which I always felt that was funny. But anyway, yeah. You never lost respect for Piccolo's character. But I like the sagas. I lost track of this. I love the Garlic Jr. saga. I always tell everybody that because Goku was not around to save the day at all. The side characters, what people consider the side characters like Krillin and Gohan and Piccolo, they had to end up beating the bad guys all by themselves. Goku was nowhere around. He was nowhere to be found. They didn't have a help from a Saiyan like Vegeta, where Gohan was the only Saiyan, half Saiyan. And they got the job done by themselves. And Gohan he toughed it out. And to me, that's when I was like, I got to give all respect to Gohan. I respected Gohan when he fought Vegeta after the during the Saiyan saga when he fought Vegeta, before Goku arrived, I respected him then. I respected him during the Frieza saga when he saved Dende, and he got busy with Frieza for a minute. And after the saga when Namek blew up and they returned to Earth, and then Gohan got the whooping on Vegeta after he tried to get down on Goku and taunt Gohan. I respected him then. But during that Garlic Jr. saga, like, he took a beating from Krillin and Piccolo acting like they were possessed from the black mist or whatever it was, the dark black mist or whatever. They were acting like they were under possession of it. And they was trying to beat Gohan to death. Like, I mean, they weren't trying to kill him, but they was smoking this man. And he was coming and fighting back at every turn. And he didn't give up. And I'm like, yeah, see, I like this saga because these dudes, they didn't give up and run and hide. And after 2 hits, they just get whooped. Because I always hated how they did Tien. Like, when Tien was in Dragon Ball, Tien was an animal. Like, I thought Tien was going to be like, eventually he was going to have a key pivotal role in the series and not get killed. He the first one to get killed. Him and Yamcha got done so dirty. And I be playing the Dragon Ball Z video games. Yamcha be so cold on the games. He be fire on the games. And I'm like, yo, Yamcha just became like, they made him the goofy at the bunch. Like, he just get killed first. Man, like, the dude, he get treated like black people in horror films. He the first to go immediately. Like, it ain't no chance of survival. Like, when the androids came, when Android with Dr. Gero, I don't know what android he was at that point because he turned himself into an android. He became a robot. But when they grabbed that man's mouth and blew this man apart to smithereens through his, I think they put his hand through his stomach or something like that. Like, I was like, that's when Dragon Ball Z got dark. At that point right there, Dragon Ball Z got dark. And I felt bad. Like, I wanted to cry for Yamcha. I'm like, damn, my man just spent all this time training, getting strong. He doing all the push-ups and trying to become an elite fighter, trying to be somewhat a helpful fighter. He wants to at least be Piccolo. You know, he wants to at least be of great help, but he was always getting done dirty. And then I didn't like how, yeah, and this is Krillin's whole, I guess, the theme of Krillin's character. He always had this point of, he was kind of always scared to get into battle. I'm like, damn, why they got him like this all the time? He was always kind of scared, although he helped Gohan a lot. Because I remember when I was a kid, I thought Krillin was a kid. Because I watched Dragon Ball after watching, like, up to the Cell Saga in Dragon Ball Z. I started watching Dragon Ball after that. So I didn't know the backstory, and I didn't know that Krillin he grew up with Goku. So I'm thinking, like, man, this dude rolling with this kid and Krillin always scared to fight. even on a video game, when you pick him on a game on Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, he always say, I'll try my best or something. Like me, like he be scared. I gotta fight. Like I'm like, oh my god. They got this man cowardly on the game, man. Don't do him like this. Cause I feel like that damn Destructo disc, that's a cold move. I feel like, man, like my man's always get done dirty, but I really be wanting to put respect on Tien name because I thought Tien was gonna be that deal. He was smoking dudes on Dragon Ball. I'm thinking he finna be cold. My man he trying to do that little Dodom Ray and get knocked into oblivion. I remember he thought he killed Majin Buu on one of them little one of the seasons. He had the little blue joint on his neck, a little scarf or something. Man, it was over with. Then Nappa and them on the Saiyan saga when Nappa and Vegeta came to Earth, they ripped this man arm off, had him all out here just bogus, looking like Captain Hook. When I'm like, come on, dog, for real. Like, but yeah, I always like the sagas where the fighters have to fend for themselves before Goku gets there, before he arrives. So I like when they put up a good fight, a valiant fight, and they try to hold the dudes off for a minute. Like when Gohan and them were trying to fight the Ginyu Force, and they was trying to fight, and Vegeta was fighting Zarbon, and all like that. Like that was dope. That was fire to me. I definitely feel it. I felt that one, and the Cell Saga too. I like the whole Android story. I liked all of that. Like I fool with that all the way. Cause at the end of the day, in that series, Gohan was the one that killed Cell. Goku didn't. So it's like, and Goku, one of my favorite characters of all time in all animated shows. The anime series, and the crazy thing about it, I don't watch a lot of anime, but the anime shows that I watch, I feel like they was some of the dopest ones. Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched what's the one with God dang it. What's the one with Rurouni Kenshin? I thought Rurouni Kenshin was dope. Rurouni Kenshin. I don't know. I can't pronounce it for whatever reason now. But anyway, yeah, I thought that one was dope. I thought what other one I used to watch? What other anime series did I watch? Dang, was Yu-Gi-Oh anime? I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Gotta be right. Yeah, gotta be. But anyway, yeah. So Goku, one of my favorite characters. So I always liked when he came and did his thing, but I just didn't want the other dudes, the secondary characters, to just be getting like they was just of no help. I don't like it when they of no help and they just get whooped off one hit. Like, nah, let them get some hits in. Let them prove to be great fighters or, somewhat strong fighters in some type of way. Like, I feel like after the Frieza saga, Krillin got did dirty after that. Like, after that, Krillin got did in. He got done dirty. And it was like, he couldn't do nothing after that. When he grew the hair out, too, it was over with. He became married. He was a married man. He was out the game. He was like my man on Paid in Full. Rico, I'm out, baby. Look at me. I got shot in the head, baby. I'm out. I'm out the game. Like that's how he was out. He bowed out gracefully. I'm looking like they out here making Krillin look like a goofy, man. Like he can't do nothing, man. But yeah, they always do Yamcha dirty. They do Krillin dirty. And Tien, like Tien, man. I thought Tien was gonna be the guy, but nah, it didn't look like it. I don't watch Dragon Ball Super, and I heard that Goku he extra childish and immature on there, and he don't got the serious. Like it was times during Dragon Ball Z. Goku got serious and he wasn't playing. Like he was ready to cause havoc. Even though he had a good heart, when people killed his people, he was ready to cause havoc. Wasn't no playing, wasn't no laughing, wasn't no joking. It was time to get busy and cause damage and wreak havoc, and that's what he did. I heard on Dragon Ball Super, he all comical and he's like a kiddie guy. Like, and I'm like, nah, I ain't fooling with that. And I always respected how Vegeta always stayed prideful in his race, like, and who he was. Like, he called Goku by his Saiyan name. He never called him Goku. He always called him Kakarot. He always referred to himself as the Prince of all Saiyans. He took pride in the Saiyans being one of the elite class of warriors. He always let Gohan and them know, like, you a Saiyan. You supposed to be this and that. Like, nah, fam, you going about this the wrong way. You a Saiyan. Like, he was prideful in who he was. He accepted who he was. And even with him becoming kind of to me, Vegeta was he helped the fighters. He did some noble things, but he always had the element of still having characteristics of a true Saiyan. Like he still had these moments where you was like, this dude is vindictive. He is very manipulative. He is very impulsive. He's irate. He has anger problems. Sometimes like you can't trust Vegeta. But I always respected his pride in who he was, and I always respected that they didn't in the Dragon Ball Z series. They didn't turn him into this guy who was out of nowhere just a fun loving guy after being this harsh, cruel person, like this cruel warrior, brute warrior that he was. He didn't turn into this like fun loving, a fun loving and a guy that's just non-realistic for who he was. I always respected that they didn't turn him into the guy that just baked cookies all day with his wife and all of that. And maybe he does in Super and GT, maybe he did that too. But in Dragon Ball Z, they made him true to who he was in every element except that he was helping the good guys fight. So yeah, but I rambled on and on because I love Dragon Ball Z. I'm a huge fan. I grew up on it as a kid. It's all like I used to watch it all the time. I had the pictures off Google. I would cut it up and put it on my wall. I had the little bed sheets and posters and all of that. So I was into it heavy. But yeah, man. Like my sagas that I like the Garlic Jr. saga, the Frieza saga, and the Cell saga. And I like them because the secondary characters put up a very good fight, and they were valiant. They weren't afraid. They took risky moves, even though they didn't want to, and still stood 10 toes down and to hold off the bad guys until Goku showed up and saved the day. Because Goku always was late. He always was never on time. He was always late. Like after people about to die, people didn't die, people didn't get killed. Then Goku just show up. I'm like, bro, you never here when it matters the most. Like, man, you never. I mean, you here to save the Earth from being destroyed and to save your son and Piccolo from being killed. Not even because Piccolo got killed against the Saiyans, but it's like he always died before. He's always late. He never make it before Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu and them get killed. Krillin them get killed. He always late. He come after the fact. Like, bro, like, come on, man. You got to be on time, player. Make it on time. But anyway, man, I'm tired of me rambling. I just love Dragon Ball Z. So I got the DVDs in here. I saw it at Walmart. I'm in here watching it now. I'm about to continue watching it after I finish making this video. That's enough of me talking. Machiavelli Meals TV. Peace. Oh, I'm finna put if you ever want to donate to the channel, I'm gonna put my Cash App in the description box of my videos from here on and out. So if you ever want to donate anything to the channel, I would deeply appreciate it. I will give you my Cash App name and you can send donations. Machiavelli Meals TV. Peace.